Pleased to be joined by UIW basketball head coach, Dr. Carson Cunningham. You know, I got to keep throwing that out every time because you have the doctor, and I'm going to keep putting you on the spot with historical facts. So we'll get into that in a second, but your team played a couple of games recently, and then you're going to host Trinity coming up. So after a couple of these games, Northern Colorado, SIU, Edwardsville, what do you think of your team so far?
We have good stretches, but we got to be way more consistent defensively. I got to do a better job strategically. We have things we got to improve. I like the attitude of the guys. I think it was our 8th and 9th games in a 19-day span. Just 353 Division I teams, only 2 of them played that many games.
Edwardsville, you know, road game always can be tough going to play a true road game. You guys had the lead at the half. What was that atmosphere like? And then if you want to give me a historical tidbit on St. Louis, which I know is near there, what was the whole experience like?
It was nice. It's a nice, beautiful university, a ton of acreage. The first half went great, and then we gave them too much acreage in the lane in the second half, and that really hurt us. Of course, they knocked down a bunch of threes. They hit like 17 of their first 22 shots in the second half, and they were really cold in the first, and that obviously helped. We did do some nice things. I thought we executed some things we were trying to do defensively in the first half really well. Christian Peavy was attacking the rim. He finished with like 30 or 32 points, but really efficient 32, only on 15 shots. There are definitely positives. The guys are actually leading the nation, the entire Division I in free throw shooting. I think that's cool. But you know, we have to tighten things up. We're dealing with some injuries, some guys who would, you know, be helping us a lot who aren't playing right now. So we got to just fight through it. We're having to make up some ground, so which we expected. And after the game, you know, you lose, it's tough. We went to the National Blues Museum in St. Louis and got to read up on, you know, Muddy Waters and others, you know, Billie Holiday and all kinds of musicians and their stories. And you know, the blues it's kind of, you know, quixotic because it's the blues. You know, you're feeling a little down, but it's uplifting. You know, it can really inspire, and it can galvanize you to grow and develop and kind of pull yourself out. And we got to keep that mindset. So I thought it was apropos, actually, for where we were at.
Not to gloss over a few games you have coming up, but because you mentioned Illinois, you guys are going to Chicago for a couple games in a little bit. How nice will that be for some of those Chicago natives to get to play in their hometown and state?
I think that'll be awesome. Christian Peavy's from the Chicago area. Morgan Taylor's from Chicago, both of them. Peavy went to Mount Carmel. She's had a slew of great athletes over the years, including Donovan McNabb, maybe he's best known. And Marist has had fantastic athletes, too, another Catholic Southside Chicago school. And then, of course, I grew up in Northwest Indiana, and Archie's from the Indianapolis area. And so it'll be nice to reconnect with family and friends and be challenged out there. And it will be certainly challenging playing at UIC and at DePaul. But before all that, we got Trinity at home. Yep. We got to deal with them. I mean, they're no joke. And then we have LSU on the road, and LSU is in the top 20. They're you know, decent.
So there'll be plenty to talk about. There will be plenty to get
plenty
to. I didn't want
to
jump the gun on that, but I knew it was going to be fun. So as always, thank you, and we appreciate the time.
Thank you. Go Cards.